We'll focus on the auto space, and I was talking about this earlier. Will duties on imported, cars from Europe? I mean, will duties fall sharply, and what's the impact on competition, etc. is the point. So the EU Trade Commissioner spoke with CNBC TV 18 on this point. Just want to play that soundbite out, and then we'll get you some details.
If it comes to automotive industry, I fully understand that what was very important for Indian side was to make sure that your automotive segment will also grow in the future. And again, I think we are quite complementary. India is very strong in small and cheaper cars. European Union is strong in bigger machines. So we are looking at the way which would kind of help us to find the solutions, how we can also create new supply chains, how we can make a even better business case for European car makers, and at the same time to open also this new possibility for cooperation for Indian car makers. I mean, in such a big deals like this, you need to look for common approach, mutual understanding, and a best outcome for both. And I believe that we are heading in the direction.
Okay, let's just quickly talk about the impact on the automakers. So what we understand in terms of the deal contours is that as a part of the India-EU FTA, according to reports, the Indian government plans to cut the import tariffs on ICE, internal combustion engines, of cars with a value of more than €15,000. Currently, the tariff on this is 60 to 110%. That will come down to 40% immediately. And then there is a glide path to further bring it down to 10%. And this will be applicable initially for a volume of 200,000 cars per year. Now, the impact on Indian companies. Now, the ex-showroom price for a European car, which is priced at €15,000, turns out to be 23.2 lakh. This is according to Goldman Sachs, when you add all the customs duty, etc. So 23.2 lakh. Approximately 2,70,000 cars were sold in this bracket of above 23.2 lakh in the first 9 months of FY26, and that is 8.2% of the domestic volumes. So European brands like Skoda, Volkswagen, Renault, Mercedes, Benz, BMW, Audi all stand to gain. Collectively, these European brands collectively have about 3.7% of the Indian market. So who will be impacted here in India? Brands with high volume presence in the premium market, where the price of the vehicle is in excess of 23 lakh. So according to the analysis, the most impacted could be Hyundai. According to Goldman, as a percentage of the PAT, the impact could be 3.3% because of its strong presence in premium SUVs like Tuscan, Ioniq 5. Mahindra could also be impacted to the extent of about 2% because they have exposure to XUV 700, Scorpio, etc. If you add all the bells and whistles, the price is more than 23.2 lakh. For Tata Motors and for M&M, the impact is fairly minimal. So that is the initial analysis. Hyundai and M&M will be impacted, and EVs for now will be excluded for the first 5 years just to protect the domestic industry.
All right, Reema, thanks very much for that.